everybody. Since everybody asked for my recipe on how I made the oolong sea bass, I thought I'd do a quick video for you. Normally I get my sea bass at Whole Foods, but my sister and I, China, hi China, we were at Sam's and saw that they had it on sale, and so this is awesome. So we got one, and so I'm going to show you how I make sea bass. Come on. By the way, I'm making this for my mom. So I'm going to go over the key ingredients that I use in this recipe, and that is soy sauce, butter, cornstarch, and EVOO. And then the two fresh ingredients, ginger and green leaf onion. Okay, so first and foremost, of course, is washing the green leaf onion. Okay, so I'm all done with slicing the green onion, and next is peeling the ginger. And most people just scrape the ginger to get it peeled off of. Always have a garbage bag next to you. And the next step is to slice it into thin slices that is consistent with the green leaf onion. And the way that I do that is first I cut it into chunks. And I'll finish more of that, but I just want to show you how I cut it into thin slices. And then you see, I got the thin slices. Okay. Next, you want to do about a teaspoon of cornstarch, in about a quarter of a cup of water. Cold water is fine. About a quarter to about a half a cup, depending on how much you want. And then do about a teaspoon of soy sauce. Mix it up. And because I have 3 pieces of fish, I'm probably gonna add more water to this. So you're probably looking more at about a half a cup to a teaspoon of cornstarch and a teaspoon of soy sauce. Mix it up real good so that the cornstarch is fully mixed in. And then next is getting the pan nice and ready. You know you have a really good pan when it looks like it's all messed up. Okay, so you add about 2 tablespoons of EVOO. And about 2 tablespoons of butter. And you let it melt and mix together on high heat, and then eventually you're going to want to turn the heat down to about a medium when you're ready for the fish to go in. Garlic powder. You want to do about 2 minutes on each side. Fish is not good if you overcook it. It has to be just perfectly cooked. Because if you overcook it, it'll be rubbery tasting, and you don't want rubbery tasting. We choose sea bass because it's a nice fish that has a flaky, soft, melt in your mouth taste. And yet it holds up real well in the cooking process. And I always like to just kind of toss the butter and olive oil right on top there. See how the meat is getting opaque? That's telling you that it's cooking. It's not as translucent as when it was raw. Turn the heat down a little bit. You don't want it to get too hot because you don't want it to burn. So that was 1 minute. I'm going to turn it. That was 2 minutes, I'm sorry. Turn it. Cook it again for another couple minutes. Normally I get the skin on it, but China bought this from Sam's. Like I said, I don't normally buy this at Sam's. We normally get it at Whole Foods, and at Whole Foods they sell it with the skin on. And the skin is really nice and crispy when you get it cooked like this, and it's really delicious. And this is a pretty thick cut, so I'm gonna keep it on here for actually another minute. Turn it on the other side. Just to make sure that it gets cooked in the center, but just barely cooked. Yeah, you don't want it to be overcooked, but at the same time, you don't want to undercook fish completely either. You just want it just right. See that? Nice and cooked. 2 to 3 minutes on each side when it's about this size of a cut, but for this you might want to do a little more, like 3 to 4 minutes. All right, so I'm going to turn my heat off. Let the fish rest on my cutting board. Okay, and then you're going to use the bits and the flavoring that's in the EVOO and the butter and the fish that's in here and the garlic. Okay, so I'm going to turn the heat back up to high. And this is where I'm going to add the wonderful ginger. Get that aroma. It's so good. It smells so good. Let all of the flavors soak in there. Guys, it is smelling really, really good. We'll cook it for about 30 seconds to about a minute. We'll cook it. So unlike our fish, when you cook ginger, it becomes slightly translucent. Okay. Look at how it's really soft, and it is much more malleable than when I first tossed it in there. So now I'm going to toss in the green leaf onion. All right, and we mix everything in. Once I get everything mixed in real nice and soaking up all of that aroma and flavor, oh, it's going to be so good. And then it just goes on top of the fish. Be ready to eat. Okay, looks like it's well mixed. And then this is where I add that mixture that we made with the cornstarch, about a half a cup of water to maybe a quarter, and the tablespoon of soy sauce. As you can see, the mixture will get a little thick, and that's what it's supposed to do. That's from the cornstarch that thickens it. See how the cornstarch is a little thick? Cornstarch is getting it thick. Nice and thick. Turn off the heat and just let the sauce thicken. I don't know how to flip it like real chefs do. If the sauce is too thick for you, just add water. I think this is the perfect consistency. Some people like to add a little bit of black pepper to this. Mom doesn't like it spicy at all, so I don't add anything else, and this is it. So we're ready to plate. Voila. Do a taste test. Have a little bit of the meat. A little bit of the herbs. I love the onions. Bon appetit. Flaky, herby, just melts in your mouth. Try it. Let me know how it went for you. Bon appetit. What do you think, Daddy? Look at the camera.
Delicious.
Yeah, that's good. Oolong sea bass.
That's good.
There you go.
10/10 recommend.